Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Conan Exiles, and yeah, I got a bit of a cold this week, for those of you who don't watch any of the other series, so it's going to be rather croaky, and possibly lots of coughing fits and stuff like that, and also slightly shorter episodes this week as well, while I allow my voice to try to recuperate a little bit. I figure we'll do some episodes, but not lots. And yes, I do get the occasional cold. I usually get one around Christmas time, which was actually the last time I had a cold. I haven't had to worry about one since then. But I had one at Christmas, and now, again, my kids have just gone back to school, so they've met a whole load of kids that they haven't seen for ages, and they've all shared a load of germs, and then my children very generously came home and shared them with me as well, which I thought was very kind of them. It was absolutely wonderfully generous of them, so now I have a cold. Yes, that's just the way things are. Now, I did say that I was going to just gather a few things from in here, and then I was going to head home. But I found out something about this place before I finished up the episode last week. And I was actually up by this entrance up here last time. Yeah, but no, I found out something about this. This city is much bigger than I thought, for a start. Much, much bigger than I thought. But also, on top of that, hang on, let me just fill the skin up here a minute. There we go. There are actually a load of chests all around this area that we can go to and we can get stuff out of. And that is what I want to see. Ooh. Mercenary's diary page. Okay, let's take a look at that one. There's a new item there that we got to look at. There, and info. Low risk, high pay, they said. Bah, I should have listened to my instincts. But how could I have foreseen this? For now and then, a deal goes sour, and if your wit and sword are sharp, you can usually land on your feet. But this? The notice was under the seal of King Stesfon. Stesfon? I'm assuming Stesfon himself. Calling for adventurers and mercenaries interested in... Oh, maybe it's Tesfon. Interested in making good gold for little work to meet at the Central Plaza in Kemi. I was out of work and out of coin. There was nothing odd about the notice. Every so often the bandits who haunt the desert highways grow too bold, and the king hires a small army of ruffians to scare them back into their hideouts for a while. It's boring work out there, out in the desert, with nary a whore or tavern in sight, but it pays well, and the bandits are more interested in running away from overwhelming odds and fighting, so your chances of coming back again are pretty good. Better than any war I've ever fought in. But in any case, I thought this would be the same thing. It wasn't. Quite a few of us gathered at the muster in the square, mostly Stygian, of course, but there were a few freebooters from the northern lands. They stood in their own little group, some distance from the rest of us, looking uneasy. The Royal Guard showed up and cleared a space in the centre of the square for the Royal Herald. "We're looking for treasure hunters," he announced, looking around the square at the assorted scum that the summons had gathered. "We've discovered the ruins of an ancient city, and we need those souls brave enough to travel into the ruins and recover all of the treasures found therein. For every treasure you recover, you'll be paid a sum of gold. The ruins are, as far as we can tell, uninhabited. Because we don't want the whereabouts of these ruins and the treasure to become common knowledge, if you agree to join us, there are 3 conditions. Firstly, you'll be blindfolded and transported by wagon to the ruins. Secondly, you will not be allowed to have contact with anybody outside of the ruins while you are there. And finally, you will wear one of these." He was holding up a golden bracelet which glinted with a green jewel. I was far too far away to make out much detail, but I remember thinking immediately the price of the bracelet, if it was real, was worth taking the job for anyway. "What's the trick?" the burly leather-clad man holding a fearsome-looking maul demanded. I agreed. Something was not right here. This all sounded far too good to be true. "The trick," said a black-robed man, pushing past the Royal Herald to confront the mercenary who had shouted, "is really very simple." He lifted an arm, and it was clear he was holding a golden bracelet, exactly like the one the Herald had been holding a moment before. "If you try to keep anything you find in the ruins, or you run away from the ruins with the thought that you might sell this bracelet, you will be punished." And the man in black flicked his hand, and it wasn't a golden bracelet he was holding, but a small golden snake with glittering green eyes. He threw it fully into the face of the burly mercenary. The man shrieked and clawed at his face, but it was far too late. He began to convulse, frothing at the mouth, and turned a dreadful pale colour, and fell to the ground, still twitching. The man in black robes stepped over the dying man and picked up the glittering snake from the ground. By the time he did, it was simply a bracelet once more. The crowd murmured uneasily. but were used to the priests of Set and their knives. But such a blatant sorcery implied a pact with darker powers, the type of pact that stains a man's soul in darkness that can never be erased. Now, if our terms are acceptable to you, please step forward. The Royal Herald has stepped forward to talk to the crowd again. The black-robed sorcerer had withdrawn back behind the guards. About half of the crowd moved towards the Herald immediately, eager for the adventure. Quite a few people left immediately, clearly disquieted by the demonstration of power that they had seen. I lingered. I'm not a superstitious man, but I knew there were things beyond my understanding in this world, and I wanted no part of them. On the other hand, my purse was hanging limply at my side, and my lips were parched for lack of strong drink. I should have listened to my instincts. But I chose the path of the fool, and now I'm destined to die in the exiled lands. Just another exile lost in the desert. Okay, that was actually a pretty cool story. I don't know about the rest of you, but I quite enjoyed that. Right. Now, somewhere around here, there should be a series of crates that we can go and find. So we've got Stygian Fighter over there. We know that we've got merchants around, but you've got to get gold in order to be able to buy things from them, and we don't currently have any gold. So what I want to do is I want to run around, and I want to try and find the crates that are supposed to be here. Because the reason that I want to find these... There's one. The reason I want to find these crates is because apparently these loot chests, they hold thick leather, and you can get a huge quantity of thick leather from these. So, I don't know if I want to take a gaseous orb or not. We'll take one. Yeah, I'll leave the water. But yeah, apparently there's loads of these chests around, and you can get a lot of leather. So you can either go and try and fight elephants and stuff on your own if you want to, and rhinos and other such things that will end up getting you all sorts of problems. But no, your absolute best bet is to just come in here, run around, and try and find the various chests that are scattered around in this city. And I had no idea there was some in here. So we got some iron bars there. I'm gonna... If I should take... No, I'll leave the die. I'm not worried about the die at the moment. But I thought this was absolutely brilliant. So we are here. I did pop home to drop some stuff back, admittedly, before I realised that I could find all of this stuff here. The other option is that we could go back to the land of the elephants. But instead of trying to take down a full-grown elephant, which was rather a foolhardy sort of enterprise. Now, do you know who that is? That is Conan! Conan the Barbarian. We have Cleanse Corruption by watching an entertainer. There's them over there. And we have Conan right here that we can speak to if we want to. Who are you? You are a merchant.
If you've got coin to spend, I've got goods to sell.
Honeyed wine.
May Set guide your steps.
May Set guide your steps. I don't think it will. Not at the
You
moment.
need something, Exile?
Mystery meat.
Farewell, Exile.
So we're all exiles. Except for Conan.
So you live, and we meet again.
We
Tell
do
me,
indeed.
have you had a good chance to look around? Seen your fill of these exiled lands? It's not too late to get back on that crucifix.
I'm not sure that I want to.
Any fool can see that you need answers. Left hanging for the vultures on that cross. A cursed bracelet that keeps you trapped in this place. Everybody trying to kill each other. I should leave you all to your fate. I don't have the stomach for sorcery. Give me a foe that I can strike with cold iron. I'll be here a while. This wine tastes like boiled camel's piss and the bread's half weevil, but I'm comfortable enough. If you have questions, ask.
Well, I have questions, but, well, is there anything you
I
can tell me?
wandered for a while after I pulled you from that cross. In the south, I found desperate souls and Darfari man-eaters. In the east, apes that walked like men among the overgrown ruins of an ancient city. I found an amphitheater where the ancient dead walked, and the memories of ancient battles stained the sand. It stank of sorcery. So I left.
I'm going to leave him
Walk
now.
warily, my twice-dead friend.
I will. Okay, so we've had a chat with Conan the Barbarian. He's actually, you know, he called us a friend as well. We've made friends with Conan the Barbarian. You discovered Waterside. Why is my stomach hurting? Oh, it's because I'm hungry. The honey is good for regenerating, but it's not very good for filling your belly. Roasted haunch is good for that. Have some of that. There. See, one roasted haunch fills my belly completely. Something else that I also discovered, and I probably should have realized it. You know, I'm mostly spec'd for carrying stuff. Like just harvesting, mining, things like that. Which is all well and good, but when you go to try to fight a rhino or an elephant or something like that, it really would help if I had a little bit more in the way of vitality, strength, and, you know, evasion. Those kinds of things. So, it's mostly my own fault that the elephant killed me, because I went in with completely the wrong spec. And I do know that now. That is something that I have now realized, and I will take steps to rectify that the next time that I go attacking an elephant. We'll see if we can't make a potion, and then we can respec before we go attacking. So what I want to do is I want to have a little wander around the town here for a minute and see if I can find any more of these chests, because the more of them that we can find, the more, well, I'm hoping the more bits and pieces that I can walk away with, the more, what do you call it? There's a word I'm looking for. There's a word. Thick leather, thick hides. More loot that we can walk away with. If I can take a load of loot away with me, that would be absolutely fantastic. And then we're not going to need to worry about attacking elephants or anything else. There's a chest down there on that roof over there. I'll go and grab that one a minute. Is there any more on the rooftops? Don't see any at the moment. And we've only, yeah, so we've got some steel bar. We definitely want those. We'll take the grease orbs, the glass, the iron bars. At the moment, we've only got 17 thick leather. I want more than 17. I was told that you can get lots of them on a single run, and so far I haven't had lots and lots. I'd like more. Maybe we gotta climb up the likes of here and get onto the roofs. I don't actually know at the moment. I am going a lot on guesswork on this. Okay, there's a big loot chest right there. Ah, 44 of them. We got some ivory there, white candle, light dye, grease, iron, coal, steel. I'll take all of those. Thank you very much. That is awesome. I don't know what the respawn time is on those, but I mean, if I can find another big chest like that, that would be pretty good. I don't mind getting something like that. This is in the temple quarter, this is, up here. Ooh. Okay, we got another vision. Right, well, that's another one of those that I don't want to really read out to everybody. Ah! Another 22. Right, so we've got 83 thick leather. This is looking more promising now. It's looking more and more like we've got sufficient to make our suit of armor. Or at least we're getting closer to it. Is there any more chests around here? Alright, I've done those up the top there. Sure where else I need to go. Go and have a look on the island over here. Oh, yeah, there's another chest. I did wonder about that one. Doesn't have everything that I want. You know what? We'll take the glass. Don't actually have much of a need for the glass. It's kind of pointless, really, because, I mean, we got so much of the stuff. We're able to... Excuse me. We're able to get so much of the stuff that, yeah, I don't really need to worry about it. What do we got down here? Orange ficus. Nothing else in here, really, that I want to worry about. Gonna try and climb right up onto one of the tallest buildings up here. Oh. I was hoping there might be something up here. Ah! I knew there'd be something up on one of these tall buildings. There's always something on the tall buildings. It is always worth going to the tall buildings. Right, what do we got? Go on. Yes, we got more. We got another stack. Fantastic. 111. That's more like it. Take some more steel. I'm thinking I should be taking those iron head arrows. It'd probably be useful. Now, where is there likely to be more? I reckon maybe over on that roof over there where that horn is over there. So we go and grab that one. And I'll climb up on here as well. Just because I want to climb up on this rock. Yeah, up over there. And maybe on top of some of those towers. But, I'm not really sure about those. Is that a chest up there? I don't know. We've got a long way to climb if we're going to get up there. Because we've got to come down this bit here. And then we've got to go all the way back up again. So let's go up. There we go. We'll be able to do that without any problems whatsoever. So, we've got 111 so far. Now, can we do anything with this horn? I really want to do something with this. I want to sound the horn. Although I'm guessing that's if there's an incoming attack. Or something like that. And if we were to climb up here and sound this horn, people would probably get upset with us. So, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and check up on top of those buildings over there. And if there's nothing up there, I think we'll be going home. Right. Let's just do that a minute. And that again. And I get down. And across here. There are the occasional people, the occasional person in this city that will attack you. So just be aware of that when you're wandering around. I have been told that you do got to be careful of this. I've been told, and I've read it in quite a few places as well. It's a thing. Nothing up on top of this roof. I don't see anything nearby on those. But what about that one up there? The last one. Nope. And nothing over on that one over there either. Right, well, it looks like we've got most of the stuff. I mean, I suppose I could climb up onto that set of towers over there. But again, I'm not entirely hopeful there's going to be anything up there. So what we'll do is we'll leave this as it is now. And we will go home, and I may as well show you how I'm getting home. There's no point in hiding the fact that I am just doing this. There, so we'll teleport back over here. We will go home. Oh, okay, well, I definitely didn't want to start off like that. That's not the best way to do it. Let's go into here, and we'll swap the honey over. And we'll use that a minute, and we'll use that for healing up. It doesn't give much in the way of nutritional value. It just heals you up a bit, and that's it. And if we run along here, we will... I mean, we do want to, at some point, change our house around and, you know, sort of do all of that. We've got a load of materials now. We're sort of getting ready now to be able to do everything that we want to do. And if we look into here, I've now got thick leather there. And if I go here, we've got the heavy stuff. This is what we're after now. So if I go heavy like that... we've got heavy boot lining. I need thick leather. I've got thick leather. Okay. Excellent. We've got heavy boot lining. I need 2 of those. 1 and 2. And then I need heavy chest padding. Times 1. Heavy gauntlet. Times 2. 1 and 2. That's 30 odd. Just about used. That's all that I can do for those. I need heavy legging lining. I need 28 leather for that. And the helmet padding, I need 18. And I can't make either of those. So far, we're a little way along, but I'm not all the way along. I need plain leather for those. I'll have to go and get some plain leather. But yeah, I've still got to do the heavy helmet padding there and the heavy legging lining right there. I'm going to leave the steel bars here that I've picked up. I haven't picked up anything else that I want to leave there. Our person over here on the wheel, how is she doing? Coming along. She's coming along. I did just swap out a couple and I put some shredded roast in instead, because I was told that if I use the shredded roast, so I can stop that and I could put the shredded roast up here instead. 3 hours and 51 minutes. Okay. Gruel does seem to last a nice long time, but yeah. We can put that in for 3 hours if we want to. And it'll be at least a use of the shredded roast, I suppose, if we wanted to. But of course the big question is, what do I carry the most with? Would it be with the heavy armor, or would it be with the armor that I'm wearing? The armor that I'm wearing is particularly good for, what's the word? The armor I'm wearing is particularly good for being able to withstand, to be able to carry more. The armor I'm wearing is good for carrying stuff. It's very, very good for that. But it's not necessarily very good for withstanding massive amounts of damage that we get inflicted on us when we have an elephant wandering about on our back. And, you know, it does tend to slow one down a little bit when elephants are wandering on your back. So there's pros and cons to the different things that we've got going on here. Now, I want to take that meat out of there, and I want to take and put those in here. I want to keep hold of the roasted haunch. That is spectacular. I'll also keep the grilled steak, and then we've got a little bit of honey. We'll put the brimstone in there. We've got iron bars. They want to come over to this one here so that they can start being turned into iron reinforcements. Craft all of those. And we've got a little bit of ichor that we want to put into this one. Just 5 more pieces, and then we'll be able to make some stuff with that one in a minute. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. So I've got some cooked fish. I've got more roasted haunches here. Absolutely wonderful. We've got those. They are magnificent things. They are absolutely magnificent. Well, I'll put the ivory in there. I figure that's probably going to be fairly handy. But no, what I want to do is I do actually want to go back to the elephants, and this time I want to see if I can take on a baby elephant, because we might be able to do that if I could run all the way over there. But that's not what I wanted to do today. What I wanted to do today was I wanted to see... I mean, we've got this that we're building over here. But no, I wanted to try and join that onto this, so that I've got one single solid structure. I'm not really sure about it, because I'm pretty sure that we're not going to be able to join them together. I think what we'll end up doing is we're going to have to like keep them as 2 structures, and then maybe I'll sort of slowly expand that out. We've got 2 weeks left on this series, right? And we've got our building that goes all the way out over there. I love the idea of turning this entire area into just one massive, great big castle. It would be pretty cool. You know, like the opening scene, we could do something similar. I could build a huge, great big castle here. Absolutely enormous castle all over this area, and it would be phenomenal. Absolutely spectacular. But, yeah, it's also a huge amount of work. And I was genuinely thinking that, well, yeah, I know that our series is coming to an end soon. I will be coming back to it, but, you know, it may not be for a while. So, because there's other games that we want to play. We're playing through Graveyard Keeper, and there are other games that I want to play as well, so I don't know when I'll be getting back to this. So what I was thinking is I might just carry on and play this game for a bit on my own. Not necessarily go out exploring very much. Leave that aspect of it until I do come back for another series, but instead do a lot of building. Do lots and lots of building, and so that I've got sort of a massive, great big, huge, like, castle that I'll then be able to show you, you know, give you a little tour of and show you when we do come back. So I'd like to hear your thoughts about that idea in the comment section down below, and I will see what I can do about it. You know, well, I'll act on it. If you really, really don't want me to, if you'd rather see me do the building that I'm going to do, then, you know, say so, by all means. I'm more than happy to do that. I am, you know, most of the building that we do here, I'd be replacing all of that anyway, so this is why I'm thinking of sort of starting from scratch almost, and I can use that as like a scaffolding for building the real thing as I go on onwards and upwards. Right, if I take all of these, there we go. Now, let's have a look in our bags a minute. What do we got? We have got a lot of ichor in here. We've got a lot of ichor. We've also got a huge amount of oil. So we're going to be able to make loads and loads of everything. It was definitely worth putting all those fish traps in there. But yeah, if I sort of start from this building, this would end up being... It's all going to be replaced because we've got the wrong sort of stone. We're going to use tier 2 and tier 3 building materials for almost everything that we do from this point on. Which means that we're going to be needing... Because what do I need? It's just bricks. For the tier 2 stuff, it's just those bricks. I don't need anything else. But in order to make the tier 3 stuff, I've got to have the stone consolidant to make the hardened bricks. Plus, I've also got to have the oil to make the other stuff. So it's going up to the tier 3 stuff that is the trickier item. That is the more time-consuming part. Now, I will take you out, and we'll also remove these seeds and that cooked fish. I've got some dry wood there. I have no more on me, so I will go into here, and I will take out another stack. We'll use that. We'll drop you in here. There we go. So we've got an hour and a half. So then we got unappetizing fish. Now, all of the unappetizing fish in here, let's start that up. 216. You get 1 ichor for every single one of these that we create. So if I take that out, drop in a bit more. I gotta be able to do this at some... There we go. Got them in. At last. At last we got them in there. It was a terrible, bitter struggle, but we did it eventually. So there's our cooked fish in there, and the ichor is now starting to pile up. My throat feels dry. I should have... I'm still eating, trying to regenerate. I'm just using up this honey. The honey is useful for something else, and people did tell me, and I still don't remember what it is. The feral flesh here is taking a while to turn into anything else, and these insects are useless. There's not really anything else I can use them for. I can put savory fish in here. A stack of 10. A stack of 50 makes 10 oil of those. And then these exotic ones here, they use less. Right, all of this feral flesh can come out of here. We've actually used one of those lots up. Let's take all of them. And instead, we will put in all of these fish. We'll put in the exotic fish as well. All of these go in there, like that. Masses and masses of them. Brilliant. And then all of that flesh that I've got, I'm just going to dump that in there. It'll slowly turn into putrid meat. I mean, yeah, unfortunately, the putrid meat does disappear as well, so there is that to it, which is a slight nuisance, but there's not a lot that I can do about that. And we got these hardened bricks down here. That's, again, for the tier 3 stuff. I'm kind of liking the idea of building this huge castle that would go maybe all the way up to there. All the way out, sort of up to the cliff, and bring a wall all the way along. All the way around, up to the top of that cliff, all the way along. I don't know. It's a huge undertaking to do something like that. And if I was doing tier 3 stuff, and build all of the wall out of tier 3, and then build, like, other things inside, I really have no idea. At the moment, I've got a wall going along there, and I'll build a castle sort of around here somewhere. And then beyond that, then we'll decide... yeah, I don't know. I've got another stack of fish there. I'll drop that in a minute. And I do have room for another stack of fish as well. There, I can put those in. The cooked fish can come out. No, I was leaving the cooked fish in there because they'll just turn into other stuff, won't they? Yeah, I can take those out of there, and I can put them in here, and you know, they last an hour. Well, I didn't think that cooked fish lasted quite so long as that, but yeah, they last a full hour before they deteriorate. There isn't any way to get them to deteriorate faster. I'd like to be able to turn them into putrid meat quicker. We can get dried fish, but I don't want to waste that making dried fish. We got low grade there. That's low grade ingredient, and that's just low grade consumable. So I'll take that, and I won't worry about it. Right. Go on to here, and... oh, just quickly press E, and then it just clicks the button. You don't have to hold for more options or anything like that. You can just very quickly do it. I just wanted to run over here and quickly dump this lot. Get rid of them. There. That one. That one. None of the rest of them. I want to hold on to the rest. Right, so then you go on to here and just quickly do that, and up you go again. That's pretty good. We then want a vertical one that goes out there, but you need a platform to be able to run it along. And that's the bit that we don't have currently. Steel fire there. Oh, we need the tar for that. We've already made a load of that. And then the stone consolidant. I need twine. I've got several. I can craft 19 of those now. So we'll let a few of them. We got 60 stone consolidant in there. Oh, hang on. We also need to start it burning as well. There. Now it'll make them. Those can craft there, and that's most of what I want to do for a minute. We'll start crafting some more items in our next episode, I think, rather than worrying about it now. I'll leave the... let's just drop that putrid meat in there. And got white candles. Some of this stuff could go inside. Right, well, that's all we've really got time for today. In our next episode, I am going to go back across the desert. We're going to go back up here to the ruins of Almeria, and we'll go to where the elephants are, and we're going to see if we can take down a baby elephant. We can't take down the big elephants. They are too powerful for us. But I'm hoping that we can at least take on a small elephant, because if we can do that, we've got a chance of being able to, like, do something. I figure it'd be a good thing. If we could take down some of it, it's gonna make a difference. It's gonna boost our confidence as well. We'll be quite pleased with a confidence boost like that. Taking down a massive, great big elephant. I mean, it's quite an accomplishment, really. To be able to do something like that is the sort of thing that many a warrior has dreamed of. Now, I'm gonna take 300 of those bars there, and I'm gonna drop them into here. Like that, so that we have some more iron reinforcements being crafted. So we've got lots of iron reinforcements in there. I've also got some steel ones now. And, yeah. This is going to be the only thing now, is I kind of want that to be an extension of the building here. So that I can sort of make a wall that comes out from this one. And it'll be built into part of the reinforcements that I build all the way around the outside of this encampment. Although, it does mean I'm going to lose those trees over there. They will no longer respawn. Which is a bit of a nuisance for me, because I kind of like the idea of having lots of trees readily available. Although, we do have some over there. I'll be able to... I can go and get more down that way. Ooh. I just had a thought. Because what I can do is I can lower the lift down, and then... I could just have like another one that runs over this way, and even when I'm fully laden down, I can still wander along here without slowing down too much. And I'm also curious, if I was to build a structure along here, would it stop the hyenas from respawning over there, and like the camps where the people are? Does it stop them from respawning? Because if it does, it's basically just going to make our whole place a lot safer, and we're not going to have to worry about crocodiles and hyenas and things like that coming along and chomping on our toes. But anyway, that's all I got time for. So if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.